Welcome. Now here in this video, I'll introduce you to our 4 viewports. We can change this layout from this left corner. Over here you can choose any kind of layout you want. Generally we use this 4-panel viewport itself. Okay, so first one I'll start with this. This is called a perspective view. Basically this is like a 3D view for your object. Any object that you have, you can look at it from up and down, anywhere. Alright, this, as the name over here suggests, is the front view. Similarly, this is on the left is the top view and this is the left view. So what we usually do is when we are creating an object here, we look at it from front, top or left. To change these options, what you can do is go to this. When it turns yellow, click on it. You have other options here: top, bottom, back, left and right. You can do that. There is one perspective view that we already have here, so you don't need that in every other viewport. Let's just create a small object. I'll get back to the basics of creating an object in the next tutorial. Okay, so we've created our object here. So you can see a view cube over here. If you click on the front here, this shows the front view. Similarly, you have the front view in the front panel itself, right? Top view over here. Now let's just drag it down to get our top view here. We'll click on the top and we get exactly what we see here. So similarly, you have other such objects. You can see here that this is a very plain object. Normally in modeling, we will have edges, we have vertices. In here, we don't see any. It's just a plain object. So this is in the realistic mode. If we add an edge faces mode, what you see is that these empty blanks that were there, now they have edges. So from here I've increased the length segments. Segments are basically these lines that you see. These are segments. So you can, in another way, you can say that this was a face, and on this face we divided it into many boxes, right? So this is basically used in your modeling. Similarly, you can have wireframe here. So in wireframe, you can see through. You don't have to see anything. Like in others, you have all wireframes. You can see this here. If you create this into realistic, you'll start seeing the actual image there. Shaded, what shaded does is, if you have two objects lying side by side. Okay, so we are in a right mode here. Now, if we create another object here. So you see there's a shadow that falls on the other object. See, this shadow falls on this object, right? Put it in the shaded mode, we don't see any more shadows falling from one object on the other. Great, so let's get back to this. Right, so this was what viewports is. You can change your viewports from here. To summarize, you have your top view, right view, left view and perspective viewing. So that is all for this lecture. See you in the second step.